All right, y'all, I'm up and moving. It's about 8:30, headed back to North Carolina by Pennsylvania, and I got on my Buc-ee's and my shorts that I just bought from Belk's, and we are headed out by Pennsylvania. All right, y'all, let's roll. And let's say about 2ish we'll get back home. I'll get back home. I'm gonna try to drive straight through without stopping. Y'all, I noticed here in Pennsylvania, see that white line on the side of the road? That's like the mail truck lane. So they have a little separate, easement for the mail. Cool. Y'all, one thing I am remembering and learning when I'm driving, especially, thank God for GPS, because GPS will get you where you need to go. As long as you got one that's updating. Thank God for it, because, this is a Ford, and I got the software package when I first bought the car. It actually came with the car. But for life, as long as I have the life of this car, they will always send updates. And I'm sure that's like that with most of you all. And Sirius XM also has that feature. It updates once a month, I think it is. But anyway, when you I know for me, now this is what helps me. I know when you're got an out-of-state tag, and you're amongst the Pennsylvanians, the New Jerseyans, the New Yorkers, or wherever you are driving, the Georgians, the Floridians, the Mississippians, the Alabamians. Listen, this is what works for me. When I know I've got to listen to this GPS and follow GPS, and it's telling you to make a slight left and slight right and all that kind of stuff, and you're not familiar with the highway on what position you're supposed to be, especially it's about 3 or 4 lanes going. Let me tell you something. I know everybody wants to go with the flow of the traffic, and you want to go the flow of the traffic without abruptly having to slam on brakes so you can go over to the next lane to exit off. Just ease up off your gas. Now, when you're on the open highway and you got, I don't know, 100, 200 miles, 40 miles, stuff like that, before your next exit is coming up, because most GPSs, they'll let you know, okay, you're going to be on whatever said highway for 17 miles or for 20 miles or 200 miles. Then you can go with the flow of the traffic, get behind a zoom, wham, and keep it moving. Keeping in mind that, you gotta try to stay in that little sweet spot with the speed limit, because, honey, again, unfamiliar territory. They have cameras. They clocking your tail by cameras. They're clocking your tail by aircraft, honey. You just have to know what's up. But I have found, for me, when it's time for my exits and stuff, I know you want to be rolling, but I get on over in the lane that I know when my exit comes up, I'm there. I ain't got to be slamming on brakes trying to get over. I might be going a little bit slower than the regular traffic, but that has been a blessing for me, because when I tell you all these different exits, that you have to take to get on this said highway, it has been a godsend to just ease up off the gas and coast on over. Because trust and believe, them jokers that's speed demons, guess what? When they see you slowing up and they're behind you, they get right on in the other lane and let them do the swerving and evil Knievel driving. I'm just telling you, that's just a hint, or excuse me, a tip that works for me when driving. Like I said, I ain't trying to rush. I know that, I pace myself. I have an expectation of when I want to be back home. And if I decide to stop along the way for whatever reason, I can do that. But I'm just saying, for me, that has been a blessing for me. Just ease ease up off the gas, ease it off, or you'll break it down 10 miles per hour and less. And that way you don't have to panic when your exit is coming up. Because what it is, I think it's just a spirit, isn't it, y'all? When you're driving and everybody is going and you find yourself, and you know, instead of slowing down, when you know your exit is coming up, just slow down about a mile or so back. Again, that's what works for me. But again, when you're on the road and everybody's driving fast and everybody's going with the flow, yeah. But when you know you got an exit coming up, free yourself up from that stress. And I'm gonna tell you, it has been less stressful for me to drive when I'm doing that. I'm just telling y'all, little bitty changes, little bitty adjustments that you can make. Because while everybody else is doing all that zigzagging, trying to get from behind and stay that same speed limit, that's the awesomeness about driving. Driving also is a feeling. And I know I'm talking to the choir. Y'all understand. But I'm just saying, driving truly is a feeling. You got to know how to move in and out of traffic. And you got to be able to watch the flow. But then also the important thing is you are in control of your vehicle. You can't control other people's vehicle. That's why you have to be in control of your vehicle and be sensitive to the movements. Just like when I'm driving and let's say the traffic is getting kind of thick, but everybody's still rolling at a really good pace. That's why come they say whatever the speed limit is, that's how many car lengths you're supposed to be behind a person. But we know a lot of us, we don't follow that. So if it's 50 miles an hour, you're supposed to be 5 car lengths between each car. But, you know, nobody does that. People drive on each other 90 miles an hour, bumper to bumper. But see, that again, if you ever have to brake or somebody wants to brake check you, honey, your grill might be in front, wind up in the front of their grill. If y'all understand what I'm saying. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that to you all's attention because, like I said, as I'm traveling, I feel myself, oh, I got to keep up with everybody. I got to keep, and for the most part, you do try to keep up with the flow of traffic. But don't get so caught up that you don't recognize, wait a minute, let me slow this bad boy down. Let me be in control of my vehicle and not let other people on the road dictate how I drive, and I'm driving unsafely just so that I'm looking like I'm flowing with everybody else. But anyway, that was just Lady T 2.0. And let me tell you something too. For people who are native to the area that you're in, I've learned not to be intimidated. A lot of people will ride up on the back of you. Honey, you can see all their teeth, whether they got tartar on them or food that they had for dinner, and they'll intimidate you, and you going the speed limit and probably a little bit over, and here they are ramming up your back end trying to intimidate you. But like I said, as long as you flowing and you're not doing anything crazy to, you know, aggravate the driver, you just do what you need to do until you can safely move over, or until you can safely make a good lane change while you're driving. Because people they'll get on the road, they'll intimidate you, and, you know, let them be the speed demon. And like I said, when I see a car zigzagging and stuff out of traffic, I go ahead on the ease up and let them go on up there and do what they do. Because like you said, you probably won't ever know that person or see that person a day in your life. And I get it, people are trying to get somewhere. But you do you, and you let them do them. All right, y'all. Traffic coming into Baltimore, Maryland. Be more. Y'all, it's a lot of John Brown cars on this highway. Do you hear me? See, this is why we have to pay our local, state, taxes, and because there's always some construction going on these highways. Ain't that the truth? Always. That infrastructure. That's why the infrastructure bill is so important. See, we don't think about these things until we're in a position where we have to think about it. So that's why it's important, no matter what aisle you sit on, what side of the bench you sit on. See, this is why it's important that everybody need to be involved in voting, because all this kind of stuff is affected. Infrastructure bills, you know, all of this stuff. Highway, you know, improvement, and those men and women working out here on this highway and getting the right people in office that'll vote for your interests. And it's really in everybody's best interest to have a good infrastructure bill. You know, start talking about railway. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of cars on this highway. Do you hear me? And that's just here. That's just here. Think about all over the world, all over the United States of these Americas. You know what? I want to get over, but I hate getting over when there's a bunch of merge-ons. And see, that's the other thing too about traffic. Whenever you see these bridges and overpasses, always expect that there's going to be a merge-on. And don't you hate it that the right where merge is on, where people are merging on the highway, probably another 500 feet is your exit. So you find yourself not wanting to get over, so that the people that are merging on to the highway, they can get on the highway. But then if you move over, you run the risk of mixing your exit. Isn't that something? And see, when I'm driving, I try to, you know, slow up and let people in when they're trying to get over, even though, like, right now, all 3 lanes are packed. If you can, you know, you let people in, because that's the only way they're going to be able to get in, you know. Anyway, just another observation. This is Drive Time with Lady T on All Aboard. All right, y'all, let's do a time check. It's right at the 3-hour mark. And I got about another 3 hours and a half to go. I had 2 delays, about a 10-minute delay going into Richmond, and then about another 15-minute delay going into Washington. Because, you know, of course, when you're on the highway, everybody is exiting off to get to Baltimore. Everybody's exiting off to get to Washington. And so, of course, the people that need to go straight through, of course, we have to stop. It slows us down. So, not bad. About a 20-25 minute delay. So, I'll probably get home closer to 3 versus 2:30ish. But we're going to keep on rolling. Alright, y'all. It's around 12:15. And it's snacky snack time. I got me a banana from the hotel. You know, they do the continental breakfast. And most of their breakfasts are good, but it's not at Holiday Inns and Suites. But the best breakfast, of course, is when you stay at Staybridge, in my opinion. Because they do the zooms and whams. And for breakfast this morning, of course, I had my orange juice, a croissant, and I actually had me 2 strips of bacon, and of course my coffee. So that's what I had for breakfast. That croissant, it was good, but it wasn't like the buttery croissants that I'm used to getting. It was more of it wasn't dry, but it was lackluster. But it was okay. It did what it needed to do. But I grabbed this banana for the road, and they're cool with that. But now what I'm excited about, y'all remember that watermelon I bought about last week? What what was it, last Thursday? Yeah, y'all, that bad boy is sitting in my garage refrigerator, and I am so excited. When I get home and get unpacked, I'm gonna go out there and cut up that John Brown watermelon. I promise you, y'all. Oh, that's a good banana. It's just right. I'm going to cut that bad boy up. And I promise you, y'all, I can have that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until it's all gone. I hope and pray it's a good watermelon. But I am craving that right now. It's just some John Brown watermelon. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too, honey. When I know I'm going on a trip and I'm gonna be gone for about 2 or 3 days, I make sure my house is clean, honey, when I walk up out of that door. Because when I get back from vacation, just depending on, again, where I have traveled, and I need to get that driving stress off me, let me tell you, ain't nothing like coming home to a clean house. Ain't that true? So all you have to do is really unpack, put your dirty clothes in the laundry room. I ain't got to that point where some people, on their last day, if they got washing machine facilities and wherever they're staying, they go ahead on and wash their clothes, honey. I ain't got there yet. And they did have a washing machine and dryer there, but it's coin, you have to pay. But anyway, I ain't mad at people who do that too. So when they get home, they really don't have to do. They can just either fold up or put their clothes away, their clean clothes, and their only dirty clothes they got is the ones that's on them. I ain't mad at y'all for doing that either. But like I said, I ain't got there yet. But anyway, good banana. Ooh, that would be good with some crunchy peanut butter on a piece of toast. Some whole wheat toast. But y'all, I feel good. 4 hours in, not sleepy. My body is relaxed. Doing good. Doing good in the neighborhood. Ooh, that was good. That was a good John Brown banana. You know, sometimes you can get a banana that is almost too ripe. It ain't ripe enough, but then you get a banana, it's just like right down the middle. Oh my. It's not always you get a banana like that, but that one was on the money. Alright, y'all. Probably the next clip, y'all will be seeing me walking inside of my North Carolina home. And I might even show you a piece of the watermelon that I bite down into. Anyway, see you then.
Way because of some
Home sweet home, y'all. Right at almost 3 o'clock on the dot. Home sweet home. Yeah, y'all. I'm home. Just coming on real quick to let y'all know I got home. Hey house, hey neighborhood. And let me go get my trash receptacle and bring it up here to the house. But other than that, love y'all. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Your girl finna unpack this car, take a shower, and get in the bed. Y'all already know. I don't even have to say nothing. Y'all already know. Oh, wow, y'all. Well, I'm cutting up this watermelon.
She was 83 years old.
Tina Turner has passed away. God rest your soul. Rest in peace, Queen Tina. Wow.
Anthony, we're joined right now as well
Oh. Don't play. Don't play with me. Don't play. All right, y'all. Deuces.